Hello, David Flores, Farmington Public Library. Welcome to 2021, our very first program of the year. Today we're going to be doing Guys Read, and since January the 6th is New Mexico's birthday, we're going to be talking about New Mexico and all of the fun things. We're going to combine the three people groups, the Native Americans, the Hispanic, and the Anglos. We're going to be talking about that today at our Guys Read. Around 12,000 years ago, New Mexico's first people roamed the grasslands hunting bison, mammoths, mastodons, and antelope. They made tools and weapons out of stone and bone. Eventually, the climate became drier, and many types of the large animals died or migrated to other areas in search for food. So the people, ancestors of today's Native Americans, started a new way of life. They hunted smaller animals, gathered nuts and berries, and after time, they built villages out of dried mud and stone. They began growing crops such as corn, squash, melons, and beans. Of the two ancient groups were the Mogollon, who lived in what is now southwestern New Mexico, and the ancestral Puebloans, who lived in the north. The ancestral Puebloans are sometimes referred to as the Anasazi. The first Spaniard may have set foot in what is now New Mexico was Alvar Nunez Cabeza de Vaca in 1536. He and three companions had been part of the shipwrecked expedition that originally landed in western Florida in 1528. The men spent several years as slaves to Native Americans in what is now Texas. They heard stories from native people about the seven cities of Cibola. Francisco Vázquez de Coronado started from Mexico in 1540, ventured hundreds of miles into the Great Plains in search of the seven cities of Cibola. He did not find them, as they did not exist, and reported the results of his mission to the King of Spain. He wrote, "It troubled me greatly to find myself on these limitless plains where I was in great need of water, and often had to drink it so poor that it was more mud than water. But the lure of the riches sent more Spaniards north from Mexico on El Camino Real, the Royal Road, into the land called New Mexico. As Spanish soldiers, settlers, explorers, and priests came upon native villages, the buildings made of mud, they called them pueblos, the Spanish word for town. The Native Americans living in these villages also became known as pueblos." As early as 1850, New Mexicans asked Congress to make New Mexico a U.S. state. But many members of Congress were unsure. Some did not trust New Mexicans, most of whom were Hispanic or Native American. And they did not like the fact that the primary language of many New Mexicans was Spanish. So Congress did not approve statehood, and the New Mexico Territory was created instead. January the 6th, 1912, New Mexico becomes the 47th state in the Union. And we have a lot of great attractions, tourist attractions. We're also known as the land of enchantment. I love the fact that says if you don't like the weather, wait 20 minutes and it'll change for you. Hope you come by the library and learn about the state of New Mexico, and we'll celebrate its birthday. Thanks. Well, I hope you enjoyed this month's Guys Read. We're celebrating New Mexico's birthday. And at every Guys Read, we do three things. We eat something, we read something, and we smash something. So we've already read something. The New Mexico cookie is called a bizcochito. So we're going to have bizcochitos today. And so that's what we're going to eat. So let's go ahead and eat. And then we always smash something. We're going to smash a piñata that's empty, because when the conquistadores came to find New Mexico, they were looking for seven cities of gold, and they didn't find the gold. So it was an empty promise. So that's why we're going to smash this piñata. Go for it. Go for it. All right.
Okay, good deal.
Flag?
Yes. And remember to come to the youth service desk and say happy birthday to get your flag so you can make the New Mexico flag or any other flag you want to make.
Thank you, we'll see you next month.